Bears, 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 ahem. Bears Country Podcast. The kind of gastrointestinally wrenching losses that we have all grown so accustomed to seeing. Welcome to Bears Country Podcast on a somber night after a loss. 2-4. And I know that everyone wants to just jump on this Justin Fields sucks bandwagon. I know you do. But when you look at the offensive line on this team, the kid he's getting happy feet. What's going to happen with happy feet? You're going to run. Your first instinct is always going to be to run the ball then. He's doing that a lot. You're seeing him do his 3-step drop. He gets those balls off quick. The 5-step, the 7-step drop. You see him boom, 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 stop. He should be throwing the ball. But you see him look and pause, and then he takes another step or two back and then tries to throw the ball. He's holding on to the ball too long. Yes. I know you're all going to say that he's holding on to the ball too long. He is. But the offensive line is also breaking down around him, and it's causing him to have this moment where he's losing his train of thought. And it's going to come to him. Look at the beating that this kid took today. I mean, I don't know how many times I thought he wasn't going to finish the game. And it seemed like every frickin' play he was getting hit or he's running for his life. I did a video about this. He's been running for his life all season. We can sit here and make excuses about the offensive line all we want, but the offensive line is not getting the job done. I don't like what I see out of Lucas Patrick at left guard. Do you? Love to know your thoughts in the comments. When is he going back to center? Why can't we try out the rookie, Ja'Tyre Carter, at left guard? Why? The defensive line, I mean, it seems too small. They got the job done tonight. I mean, they gave up 12 points. So, 12-7. The Bears just went on Thursday Night Football and lost at home to the fucking Commanders 12-7. I know that doesn't sit well with me either. But, let's just all try to remain positive. This year, everyone had the Bears as the worst team in the league. So far, you might be able to make an argument for that because their offense definitely is. Their defense, I don't know, they seem to hold it together in the right moments, and they definitely play better in the second half. We can't disagree on that. David Montgomery he doesn't hit the holes like Herbert does. Herbert has that burst. He doesn't have that long-term speed. But he's got that quick burst. He just hits the hole. And he's got good vision too. So he's been playing really well. Some stats here. Might as well go over them. That's defense. That's also defense. I loaded. Well, let's go over the defensive stats. Roquan Smith, 12 tackles again, 9 solo. Cole Holcomb, 12-7. I mean, there's some good stats there. There's a lot of tackles in there. Sacks, not very many. It's disheartening when you lose a game 12-7. But what's worse is there was 14 points left off the board in the game. Justin had a perfect pass. I think he just was too nervous on that one to the tight end, and the just a nice trick play. Should have been a perfect flick right over to him. I know he wants that one back. And then they can't score on the goal line. It's like Groundhog Day. I mean, we lose a heartbreaker the same way that we did last week. Just like this. Last week it was the guy should have ran out of bounds. This week he makes an amazing catch. Another highlight reel catch that just is inches short of being a game winner. Why can't we get these wins? I don't know. I feel the same as you. Why can't we get these wins? But you just keep pushing and pushing, and you build off of these moments. Clearly, that kid Mooney is focused. They keep pushing. You just keep grinding. These ridiculous losses will start to become awesome wins. And we will have that to look forward to. Please do not give up on Justin Fields yet. Please do not give up on Justin Fields yet. I mean, the kid took a beating out there today. Again. I wanted to have my offensive stats loaded up here for you, and I screwed something up, so all I had was defense. But Justin Fields led the team in rushing. And overall, they rushed the ball better than the Commanders did. So it feels so weird saying that. They passed the ball better. I think Justin Fields had 190 yards passing to Carson Wentz 99. If you want to give up on Justin Fields, just remember that pass to Dante Pettis. Just remember that pass. It was an amazing catch, too. But that ball was perfectly thrown. If you can just give this kid some freaking time, get the offensive line to give him some time, this is going to come together. I know the rookie looked like he had a bad day. Braxton Jones, bad day today. Lucas Patrick, it's like I'm hitting my head on a fucking brick wall. Why am I looking at Lucas Patrick at left guard? Why is he at left guard? Did his hand get bitten by a freaking alligator? What happened to his hand? He's been out. How long does it take to get your hand back so you can play center? He's got to be better than Mustafa at center. I mean, can we even make an argument for Mustafa anymore? I'm done. So why not put the rookie in there, Jatire Carter at left guard? See what he can do. The kid looked like a tank in practice. I know it's training camp. I know it's preseason. But the kid looked good. He looked like he had what it takes. Where's Velus Jones? Again, I promise you, I said this, and don't blame me for it, to my wife. As the ball was being punted, I said, please don't do what you did again in the other game. Please don't drop this. And he fucking drops it. And we lose the game again because of Velus Jones. How about we stop playing Velus Jones at punt returner? How about we stop doing that, huh? That's a novel idea. Why don't we put him in the offense? Can the kid not run routes? Does he not have the route concepts down yet? Why isn't he in there catching passes? They put him in end arounds, reverses, bubble screens, little shovel bubble screen passes. Get him out there in some, put him in an actual screen pass. Put him on a mesh concept. Change it up, man. It's not working. The offensive line is just, it's a mess. The metrics show that if Justin Fields has a pocket to throw in, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But if the pocket's just breaking down around him, come on, put yourself in his shoes. You ever been to a game and you've been in the end zone and you're basically looking straight on at the players and you get to see it from almost a field view? How difficult it is to see over these offensive linemen who are 3-4 inches taller than you. You have to have throwing lanes. I know Justin had a couple of tipped balls tonight. Not really tipped. I mean, the one he just straight threw into the guy's helmet. I mean, these are things that you can't, get all pissed off about Justin Fields for. It's a very hard game. And there's all these different metrics that have to go along with it. You need those throwing lanes to prevent the balls from just bouncing off of someone's helmet. You need to have the time to have the play develop. When you start having to run for your life all the time, it becomes your instinct. We can't have that happening with him. We can't have him. He's not a run-first quarterback. He's not. He's not a run-first quarterback. He's being turned into one. If you want to sit here and say he's a run-first quarterback, well, you better pay attention because he wasn't. He's not. But he's being turned into one. I called 11-6. I mean, we could go on a run. I'm going to stand by my 11-6 record until we lose 6 games. But that's just me being optimistic because I'm a homer. And I just really wanted to come on here and rant for a minute because, this game, I mean, that's all you can say about this game is well, I don't even know who we have the Patriots next week on Monday night, so yeah, that ought to be fun. Well, anyway, I just wanted to kind of rant here for a minute, let you guys know that I'm just as pissed off at this game as you are, but it sucks to sit here and just eat crow with everyone being right. The media, the national media, they're the worst team in the league, and now we're 2-4. So, we have a comeback drive destroyed last week by the double agent Amar Smith Marset. And then this week, we have an amazing catch by our number one receiver. I think he's a number one wide receiver. That dude works at it. He fucking lives off of the jug machine, just catching passes off of it all the time. You saw the video if you watched the game tonight in his own house, just one-handed catching him. That's a number one wide receiver to me. I know he's not the build, but I mean, look at the hands on that kid. Look at that catch at the end. God, we all thought it was a touchdown. He still caught the ball. You get one more down, they get a touchdown. Maybe. I mean, how many times have they been stopped at the freaking 1 inch line this year? So maybe not, but at least they would have, keep your head up, guys. This is I almost said rebuilding year. It's not a rebuilding year to me. It's a retooling. And it takes time to learn a new offense. It takes time to gel as a new team. It takes time to figure out who your fucking offensive linemen are and who the starters should be. And with the mess that was left behind for this current regime, I mean, what more can you ask of? It's got a lot of rookies out there playing. Kyler Gordon's getting better. Dominique Robinson is getting better. He's getting more reps. Jaquan Brisker. I mean, come on. Let's talk about him. Another sack. He was balling. He was hitting. Almost had a pick. I mean, there are positives to grow from on this. And I think we all just need to remain positive and not light our hair on fire like we all want to do. Yes, let's just rant and bitch about it right now. But don't light your hair on fire. Just realize that tomorrow is another day. And they want to win this just as much as you do. They're trying a lot harder than you are. So keep all that in mind when you're just viewing this from the perspective of a fan. I know it's hard, but one day it's all going to come together. And in that moment, we're all going to rejoice together. With that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching this rant / be positive, uplifting. Let's all just move on and learn from this, and this we're going to get better from this. We can all be negative if we want, but being positive really is the only way for you to make yourself happy. So find the positives in this game. Wash away with the negative thoughts. Go out and help your neighbor with something tomorrow. It might make you feel better. That being said, thank you very much for watching this rant episode of Bears Country Podcast. I hope you do like it. And if you do, please subscribe and set your notifications. There's more to come. Until next time, Bears!